don't even know why really by law I'm here.
Okay, you're accused of violation of injunction for protection, and I'm going to open your file up and see what we can tell you, Mr. Oliver.
Is there any way I can be provided with a copy of the affidavit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In order to do that, you have to participate in the discovery process, which is the first thing an attorney would do if you're represented by an attorney.
Okay.
If you represent yourself, you've got to file certain paperwork saying that you want to participate in the discovery process.
Yes, sir.
But it obligates you to do certain things also.
File motions, etc.
It obligates you to provide a witness list.
All right.
So what the complaint says is someone named Rachel Tanner, who received a call from her goddaughter, Ashante Moore, saying that Ashante, you had, I guess there must be an injunction.
Can I stop before you go any further, sir, and waste your time? I don't have an injunction against me in Jackson County. So how did I violate an injunction?
Okay. Is there an injunction against you in Florida?
Yes, sir, it is.
It doesn't matter if it's in Jackson County or not.
But I never had any contact with the person that the injunction was on, nor did I speak upon this person when anything occurred. Okay, by law, when you have an injunction against someone and it's third party contact, it will be equivalent of me saying, hey, Judge Mercer, would you tell the person that has an injunction on me, this, that, and the third? If I see you and you're someone or have some type of relationship with this person, you just can't call the police on me and say, hey, he seen me and cussed me out, and you have an injunction on him, call the police. I read the affidavit off the internet. From what that's saying, I shouldn't even be standing right here right now.
Who is the injunction? Is it against Moore or is it against
I have an injunction
Tanner?
Against Rachel Tanner. She lives in Panama City, Bay County, Florida. The injunction is in Bay County. Basically, from what the affidavit is saying, me and her goddaughter got into it. She called the person that the injunction is on to have them call the police on me and come down here. I never once said her name. She didn't say I said her name. She didn't say I mentioned my baby mother. She just said me and him got into an altercation. Call you and you call the police. That ain't legal. That shouldn't even be legal.
Ashante stated Kirk was driving the gray Nissan again. Kirk threatened Ashante, telling her he's going to kill her and her godmother. So she's saying that you did threaten Miss Tanner. And if that happened, that may or may not be a violation of injunction for protection. I agree that it's.
We can. I'm not taking nothing for it. Like I mean, no disrespect to you. I've been in front of you quite a few times. I'm not taking no deal. I'm not. We can set it for trial. Ain't no in betweens with me. We're gonna go.
The courtroom takes an unexpected turn when Mr. Oliver challenges the allegations against him and insists that he is not guilty. He questions how an injunction from another Florida county could lead to charges against him, arguing that the complaint contains inaccuracies. The judge carefully explains that protective injunctions can be enforced across Florida and that the accusation involves an alleged message sent in Jackson County.
You certainly at that point could say
dismiss it. She can dismiss it.
Is the state's intent to go forward with the case at this point?
Yes, Your Honor.
What they've got right now, they're going forward with it.
Okay.
But Mr. McDaniel may be able to show them some documentation or some evidence to convince them otherwise. It happens fairly commonly. My suggestion is you take an attorney, and then if you decide to represent yourself at a later time, you haven't lost anything. On the other hand, if you're adamant about representing yourself, I've got to place you under oath and ask you those questions. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
What's the extent of your education, Mr. Oliver?
Graduated high school in Malone, Florida.
Any college?
Some. I didn't finish.
Okay. Have you ever been through a trial before?
Yes, sir. I just went through trial November the 8th of 2022.
And it went through a complete trial?
Yes, sir.
And that trial, did you represent yourself or did you have an attorney?
I basically represented myself.
That doesn't answer my question.
Basically,
okay, so you had an attorney representing you. So you've seen the trial process.
Yes, sir.
And you're adamant that you want to represent yourself, which is your constitutional right.
Yes, sir.
Here's what I have to tell you. This is what I tell people. What do you do for a living, Mr. Oliver?
I work at Port of Panama City.
Okay, Mr. Oliver, if I showed up at your job, what time you go to work tomorrow?
I'm supposed to be at work right now.
What time you go to work tomorrow?
6 o'clock.
If I showed up at 6 o'clock tomorrow to try to do your job, I would make an absolute mess of it. Why? I don't know what you do. I don't know how to do it. I don't have your skills. I don't have your training. I can't do it. What you're telling me is that you think because you've been through a trial that you know everything about picking a trial and that you can do just as good a job or better than an attorney who's been to law school for 3 years, college for 4 years, taken and passed the Florida bar. I have to discourage you from doing that.
Me being honest with you, Judge Mercer, you probably don't even remember me for real.
I remember the name.
I just beat Bay County last November on this same type of stuff because my baby mama keep doing this.
The complaint says you went to prison.
I went to prison. I'm gonna be honest with you. I went to prison. Right here, you sentenced me for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Involving the same people?
No.
Okay.
So
it had nothing to do with it.
It's a situation where these women keep calling the police on me, making allegations, and the police officers, nor the state attorneys, are doing their jobs correctly to identify this. It's several lies in this affidavit. You can pull up what I went to prison for right here. I went to prison at this courtroom. I've never been to prison for violation of an injunction.
So when the complaint says that, that's not correct.
None of that is correct.
So let me ask this question. You've heard me encourage you to take an attorney to represent you,
yes,
and
sir.
You still want to represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right. So having asked those questions, Mr. Oliver is certainly intelligent, and he's been through the court system. He's capable of representing himself and exercising his constitutional right.
Despite the judge repeatedly encouraging him to consult an attorney, Mr. Oliver remains determined to represent himself. The judge explains the risks of self-representation and reminds him that legal training and courtroom experience are very different from simply having been through a previous trial. Ultimately, the judge allows him to exercise his constitutional right to represent himself while setting future court dates and encouraging him to seek legal advice before trial.
Attorney between now and then. If you change your mind, your attorney will file some paperwork saying that they're going to be involved. Otherwise, you need to be here.
Honestly, can I get a little bit more time? Can I maybe have this trial date maybe like around 45? I'm sorry, sweetie. But can I maybe like a 45-day period? Because that's not even 30 days for me enough to pay. And I just found out about this last week.
We have September 26th, and then the next one after that is October 23rd.
That's good.
Ms. Bremer?
No objection, Your Honor.
October 23rd, jury selection. We're going to set it on a pretrial date for the case management date, just in case there's something that comes up, any issue regarding witnesses and so forth. And that would be October the, yes, October 12th at 1:30. So
me and her, not by standards of self-representation, me and her are not supposed to have communication without it being on record. Okay, so what is the proper etiquette for me to communicate with her?
That's a great point that you just made, because what you said is not Florida law. I don't know where you heard that at. The Florida law does not prohibit you. What you've got to understand is what you say can be used against you. Yes, so sir. It's not a good idea to talk to the other side.
Yes, sir.
But you certainly can do that.
Okay.
There's nothing to prohibit that or stop that.
All right.
Because you're representing yourself.
Yes, sir.
If you're represented by an attorney, she can't talk to you without the attorney being present. But when you represent yourself, she can if she's willing to and chooses to. So I would again encourage you to seek an attorney. But if you decide to represent yourself, these will be your court dates. And those court dates one more time, and then I'll see if you have any questions. Are October at 1:30. So your next one's October 12th at 1:30. We're going to get you to sign it, Mr. Oliver. We're going to give you a copy of it once you sign it. Do you have any questions?
I got one question. This is the last one.
Okay.
Can you help me understand exactly how I violated, the charge itself doesn't stem from Jackson County. So how am I in Jackson County facing a violation of injunction?
If you have an injunction that's in Florida,
all counties can enforce it.
Yes. If the violation occurred. Now, what you're accused of, it's not a regular violation. You're accused of sending a message to her, and you supposedly sent the message in Jackson County. I'm not saying you did it. I'm not saying they can prove it. I'm telling you that's what you're accused of.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.